Now I would like to introduce an extraordinary speaker. I heard in one meeting and I invited immediately, ma'am, can you just be with us in Impact for the next? She immediately accepted. She is working for one engineering college as a professor, head of the Department of English. And may I invite Dr. Sandhya Tiwari in front of you with a grand round of applause.
Good afternoon, students. Hello, leaders. Hello, leaders. Hello, legends. Hello, legends. So from this, what do I understand? I have more number of students here, less number of leaders, and very less number of legends. Am I right? So shall we check once again? Yes. Shall we? Yes. Everybody with me? Yes. Good afternoon, students. Good afternoon, leaders. Good afternoon, legends. That sounds well. Great. Okay, so I'm going to speak in English, but I'll see to it that you all will be able to follow me. Before I proceed, I would like to thank my guru, role model, inspiration, Sri Gampa Nageshwara Garu, especially with regard to the services that he has taken up to benefit the student community. I admire wholeheartedly. In a way, this is a kind of dedication from my side. Whatever the little I can share with you all today, I'll be happy. Just a kind of, from my side, thanking Sir for providing me this opportunity. And I feel you all should once again clap for him, please. Trust me, dear all, I have heard for the first time speech of Ratnakar Sir. At this age, I was mesmerized to listen to Sir. All right, I was mesmerized to listen to Sir's speech. So, are you all not fortunate, lucky to have heard a speech like that? Little loud? All right. Look, I am by profession a teacher, but by passion a trainer. So you are going to see a combination of training and teaching in my session. Is it fine? Then a teacher will never be quiet if the participants are quiet. All right? I am not really motivated. You all are required to motivate me. Little louder. We are definitely expecting some class crowd, not mass crowd. I am a teacher. Remember. So, it's going to be a kind of reality check also, because I started by making you all realize when I asked 3 questions. Like, are you all fortunate compared to your forefathers? Or say even your teachers? You all agreed. Am I right? Are you better, provided with resources? Yes? Don't you all have access to more number of facilities compared to your forefathers and even the previous generation? Now, how many of you have visited the Impact website? Please raise hand. Wonderful. Right, I can see. Very good. Okay, now, next question. Have you just visited the website or you have listened to the speeches and addresses by stalwarts and legends? You have listened to the speeches. Now, very good. So good, my audience is. You are helping me to proceed further with the session. The next question. Please answer me with integrity. Answer me sincerely, all right? Okay, now, how many of you, irrespective of age, irrespective of what you are studying, it's a question to everybody. How many of you are happy with what you have achieved till now? Let me see the hands. The glare is not letting me have a look at the hands. I'll just come this side once to have a look. So how many of you are happy with whatever you have achieved till now? Good. That means, I'm saying good because you are giving me a chance to proceed further with the session. The hands are not more than 15 or 20. Shall we have a reality check? Shall we understand where we are going wrong? Shall we question ourselves what is that we are lacking? When we understand we are provided with better resources, we are better off than our forefathers, we have access to speakers on the platform like Impact, but still we are unable to achieve what we can. Why is it happening? Can I get some answers for this? Why is it happening? Lack of? Wonderful. Some answer from the audience. Any other reason? Where are we going wrong? What is that we are missing? Fear of failure. Wonderful. Okay. Any other answer? Lack of discipline. Right? Fine. Now, that's enough for me. Again. Now, see the situation. It's a reality check. So, everybody is quite real in their answers. We are having better resources. Fine. We have the zeal. We want to benefit ourselves. We want to do some good to ourselves. But still, something is there which is stopping us. But what's that something? What's that something? Let us try to have the same reality face to face within us. Okay, so I will be talking about 4 qualities with which you will be able to understand and bring a kind of stature to yourself. I'll be comfortable to move around and speak. I think that would be better for me. Yeah. So, there are 4 things which I would like to share with you all. That is what most of us are lacking. No doubt, it is a combination of whatever you must have previously heard. But then, my assurance to everybody, are you all able to follow me? Sure. The lot of movement as such is something which is distracting me. I'm sure even to you. All right. So I said only 4 aspects I would be addressing to make you realize I'm sure you all are blessed with immense potential. As even previously you have heard in the speech, nobody is stamped at the time of birth. Nobody is stamped at the time of birth that you will remain mediocre. Did anybody tell any of you you are going to be slapped at the mediocre level? Please answer. Response. Did anybody tell you you will, mediocre means somewhere average as such. So did anyone tell you you are going to remain at the mediocre level when you are born? Did anyone go for stamping your fate? You will only achieve this much success in life. Then why are we not able to? What is stopping us is something which I feel I am going to discuss with you all. The reason, because we all are blessed by God with immense potential or equal potential. The only thing that we lack is drive. We feel attending sessions, clapping, listening to the lectures is motivation. No, that's not sufficient. Simply listening to speeches, applauding, appreciating is not sufficient. You get me? You need to have the fire within you. You need to have within you that ignition, the self-starters kind of, mechanism which will make you achieve whatever you are setting your heart at. I am addressing this point especially from the perspective that most of you are looking out for jobs. Am I right? Employment or say better prospects in the career. So, please try to develop these 4 qualities. The first one is beginning with the letter E. Enterprising nature. What is enterprising nature? Enterprising nature means the ability to take initiative. See, it is generally said people miss the opportunity. When an opportunity is provided, they miss that. But then, here we are talking about creating opportunities. Do you understand? I am not even speaking about the ones who are missing out opportunity, but I am talking about the ones who should be creating opportunity. Listen, dear all, you must have seen as we climb up in life, whether it's in profession or any domain as such, the competition will be very stiff. So to withstand the competition, only the best ones will be able to. The mediocre or average thinking people, majority of them will be slapped somewhere at the middle level or at the bottom level. So those who have the zeal, those who have the drive, to come up in life must have something extra than ordinary. Then only you can become extraordinary. So try to develop that enterprising nature. Don't wait for change. Be the change. I know this kind of quotation sometimes may not trigger us, but that's not the correct. Look, when you are listening to a quotation, when you feel there is some punch in that, when there is some life in that, try to live in it. Believe in it 100%. Then only you will be able to get what you desire. So simply when you listen and clap, do you want change? Do you want change? Do you want to be the change? Then be the change for yourself first. Begin being the change with you. See, try to take initiative given a chance. Don't keep on waiting for something to knock your door as such. So this I feel is something which most of the people are lacking. They just keep waiting for the opportunity to be provided to them in a platter. It will not happen. Competition is there. You need to be there to compete with others having edge over them. Edge over them ante something more than them. Simply if you are like any other person, somewhere average, you may not be able to achieve something very great. So what you must have? Enterprising nature, where you take initiative and do something on your own. Do not wait for others to come and remind you this you should be doing. Here, I would like to bring to your notice the word used by sir when he was addressing Ratnakar sir. What did he say? You have to create for yourself that scope that, be the master. That means acquiring such kind of mastery and coming up with some novel ideas. Novel means new ideas. This is something very important. May I know the silence? Is it because you are listening to me attentively or you're not able to follow me? Are you sure? Are you sure? Then there are going to be some questions at the end of the session. All right? Fine. Let me check your memory from the previous session itself. Give me the name of the boy who was there before me. Very good. Then there was one quotation used by sir in his address. What was the quotation? Very good. Wonderful. Please give a big round of applause to yourself. It is only to check you whether you are there with me or not. So first point, what I told you, everybody please be enterprising by nature. Don't just wait, there should be some opportunity created for me by somebody. You yourself can create opportunity by being, alert to the surroundings, open to the happenings around you. So that's the first point which I felt to address you all. That means don't just wait for something to happen. Then the second one is perseverance. The second point which I would like to talk to you all is, I know the words are a bit difficult, but understand, when you want to achieve something great, you cannot expect great to happen just by remaining at the average level. So what is the word perseverance? Perseverance means never give up attitude. What is the meaning of perseverance? Never give up attitude. I'll tell it in a different way. The same thing, synonymous. Synonymous means having similar meaning. That is positive attitude in life. That means, in spite of facing failures, even when you are required to confront some challenges, don't try to give in. There is a very beautiful quotation given by one of the great leaders of America. He said, never give up. Never, never, never give up. So what we lack? We lack the fortitude, we lack the determination, where we will be able to do something great for ourselves. That means persistence is keeping on, continuing with the same in spite of facing hardships. Look, one more example. When it is 99 degrees, okay, water remains water. Add one more degree, 100, it becomes water vapor. Like that, many of you or many of us just try to give up the minute we are able to attain success. Look, the best ones are handful in life. If everybody is able to become best, then there won't be any difference between ordinary and extraordinary. So when you want to become extraordinary, that's something more you must have. That quality of withstanding something more, some more pain, some more challenge, some more demand. You must have that energy. You must have that capacity to take up, withstand, challenge in spite of problems. Adversities come to you only to test you. How passionate you are. How strong is your willpower. If you do not have that strong willpower, you will give up. But if you have the willpower, if you have that passion, the drive within, you will definitely never give up. Here I would like to give even a quotation of Swami Vivekananda, where he said, anything that weakens your soul, consider it as poison. Anything that weakens, dampens your spirits, consider it as poison. Now, when you all have accepted what you could have, when you are unable to achieve, that means somewhere we are going wrong. Yes or no? We are going wrong. Where are we going wrong? That is possible when you try to introspect. But one point remember, somewhere coming near the goal, somewhere when you are about to achieve what you want to, do not ever give up. People may be there who may not appreciate what is your passion. People may not be there who will be able to stand by your side like, your strength. But you don't have to give up. Why? It's ultimately your dream. It's your passion. You want it. Yes? So you will definitely create it for you. So one point please remember, having perseverance is something which will definitely give you result in the end. You can never achieve anything great overnight. Whether it is natural phenomenon like the rising of the sun or the moon, it only happens gradually. Have you ever seen morning, the minute you wake up, sun in the sky over your head? Have you ever seen? No. So whenever you listen to a person who is successful, whether you take our role model, your role model, Gampa Nageswara Rao sir, or the person who spoke before you just now, right? Anybody, they have gone through a rigorous process to come up in life. So do not expect simply by listening to lectures, by clapping more, you will be able to achieve great heights in life. That's not possible. You need to get down on the floor and keep going till you attain your goal. Yes, that's drive you need to have in you. I know I might trigger your thought process because I am not here to only pacify you. I am not going to tell you whatever you could get till now is something great. No. We had leaders, we had people who have come from a very, very humble background. How could they do that? Only because they had that perseverance in them. Whether you take the example of C.V. Raman, the Nobel laureate in physics, whether you take the example of President APJ Abdul Kalam, who again came from a very humble background, or anybody as such, any example from history, literature, any country, any culture, the people who work day and night for years, for long years, only have become successful. Yes or no? So, you have to keep working. Ultimately, someday you will achieve whatever you are desiring. Next point which I would like to say is integrity. In a way, my explanation is going to be easy now for everybody. Listen attentively. So much. Salespeople, when they come, they talk so much. What is this so much? Sometimes because of this so much, without having anything, you will land up in nowhere, no man's land. Fine? So what I suggest all of you is first deserve, then desire. To deserve, you have to work hard. You have to have the same integrity to work even when nobody is watching you. See, wisdom is when you know what is right. What is wisdom? What is wisdom? The knowledge of what is right and wrong is wisdom. What is integrity? Doing what is right is integrity. So, don't just go for some shortcut goal where you will be achieve something great by simply working for in a shortcut method. You will not be able to achieve anything great. Develop core values where we will not give up on something that you believe in. Then the next one is character. I am talking about only 4 words I said. Epic. First one, enterprising nature. From epic, the first letter stands for enterprising nature. The second word is perseverance or positive attitude. And the third one, integrity. And the last one, C, stands for sound character, conduct. Now, it's a big word. Let me caution you all, before using the word character, you must be very, very careful. Because it's a very, very big word. You must have seen many schools and colleges, they go for giving, it's required. They go for giving you conduct certificate. But can you ask anybody to give you character certificate? No, because you only know what is there within you. What are your set of qualities, intrinsic qualities and extrinsic qualities. Here, with a small example, I would like to tell you what is the relationship between personality and character. If you consider the analogy of iceberg, what is iceberg? A huge lump of mass which floats on water. The tip of the iceberg, only a small part of the iceberg is visible to the naked eye. we can see with our eyes. So, what you get to see is personality. Iceberg part floating above the water is personality. But the part which is beneath the water, that is what is character. So when you want to have a strong personality, dynamic personality, having sound character is very, very essential. Now what is that sound character? A combination of intrinsic and extrinsic qualities. Intrinsic, which we inherit by birth. The qualities which are there within us by birth. Extrinsic, which can as well be felt by others, seen by others. So when you develop these two, you will definitely have sound character. Then that will definitely show in your personality when you present yourself, the way how you are talking. Look, many times you get to hear, body language should be good. Your eye contact should be good. Tell me, a person who is not having integrity, whose character is not something commendable, will he or she be able to have sound eye contact? Perfect eye contact as such? Pretension, how long can somebody do? So that is the reason I suggest everybody to come up in life, you must develop these epical qualities. You know epics, right? Epics are Mahabharata and Ramayana. Indian epics are Mahabharata and Ramayana. So to become epical in stature, something dynamic in life, where you will not just listen examples but become example in future. Right? Do you want to become example? Yes or no? So when you want to become an example for the future generations, you need to develop these qualities. It is a set of qualities. Because of the time constraint, I may not be able to cover everything. But remember, only one thing what I can tell you all is, do not wait for the change to come again. You have to create some space for yourself. Because, again I repeat, when the change will come in your life, you do not know. Abdul Kalam was an average person. Swami Vivekananda Why are you trying to blind yourself from something great that can happen to you? So believe in yourself, keep working hard, develop core values, you're sure to come up in life. Yes? Do you agree with me? Somewhere I feel the connect was lost because of the language barrier. Am I right? Were you all with me? Sure. Fine. Maybe because of the glare on the stage, I am unable to see everybody. But as I said, I would definitely be asking you all to promise yourself today. Promise yourself on the 13th of August 2016. The day will not be the same next time when we meet for such a gathering or some other time where, in spite of having good resources, in spite of having better facilities, you will not say, I have not achieved what I could have. Who's stopping you? What are your problems? Please cross-check. Let the day not come again in future where you will say, I could have done better. That better you must be able to attain. That best you must be able to attain by working hard. Am I right? Will you be able to or not? So if I have 10 more minutes time, some aspect of vocabulary I thought I'll discuss with you all. Very important as a professor of English. How can you improve vocabulary and why vocabulary is required? Do you want to listen that? Yes. Do you want to listen to that? Yes. Fine. Now, before I begin, why do you need rich vocabulary is my question. Remember, when we are speaking, our words are the vehicles. Our thoughts are nothing but their bodies. Our thought is nothing but like a body. So when you want to clad them, clothe them, you need to add good clothing to it. Like it is always said, when you are presenting yourself for an interview, be best dressed. Do you all know that or not? As per the situation, you go for dressing yourself. Likewise, whenever you speak, let there be grandeur in the expression. Now, one more doubt which generally you may get after listening to some speeches on body language. Words are given only, what is the percentage? Yes? Very good. 7% weightage. Okay? You will get to hear, or maybe you would have heard that in the speeches which are loaded on impact. Yes, that's a fact. Words are given only 7% weightage. Then why am I talking about words? Words are everything. They are building blocks. Without words, nothing can happen. You can mesmerize the people with verbal pursuance, as sir said. Verbal pursuance. Verbal is nothing but words. Do you all agree with me? Are you required to have rich vocabulary? Why? Why? When words are given only 7% weightage, why you need to have rich vocabulary? No? Can't I communicate in a simple way? To only? Very good. It won't be that effective. That means, because of the time constraint, I won't be able to make or take many questions here. Understand? Everybody is going to talk in a very simple and sweet manner. But when you want to have an edge over others, whether you present yourself for group discussion, jam, personal interview or anything, you must be having an edge over others. How can you have that edge over others? By presenting your ideas in a beautiful way, by packaging them in a beautiful way. How we clothe ourselves in a pleasant manner, by using proper accessories, by using something which may be complemented as per the occasion. Likewise, when you want to choose word appropriate to the context, you must have rich vocabulary. Here I'll give you a set of words. You see the difference. I'll begin with error. Are you all listening? Yes. Error. Next, mistake. Then next, after mistake is blunder. After blunder, I'll go to use the word crime. Then after that I'll say sin. They all belong to one category. I am beginning with error. I am moving on to mistake. Then I am saying blunder. Then I am saying crime. Then I am saying sin. The ultimate one is sin. That is ethically, morally something which is wrong. So what I wanted to convey with this example is, each word has its own vigor. Each word has its own impact. So you try to use right words when you speak. You will definitely be able to leave an impression. I am sorry if I am not able to leave an impression here because of the language barrier. But then if you are able to follow me, I am sure you will understand the importance of having rich vocabulary, where you don't have to rack your brain groping for words. What I said, rack your brain. It's an idiom. Idioms, a group of words which give you a different meaning when used all together. Fine. So, whenever you want to appeal mesmerizing as a speaker, you need rich expressions. Not just simple words, but also use phrasal verbs, idioms, quotations, proverbs. Fine? You have to go for using all the different words to create the impact. Now, one more point. If words are so important, what are the few quick tips which I can give to learn, enhance your vocabulary? Very simple question I'll ask you all. You're going to answer me. Everybody. Yes? Can you afford to spend 2 hours a day to become mesmerizing speakers? English mesmerizing speakers? Do you want to? Now, can you said, see, already you have accepted you can spend Every day? 2 hours. The second question. Can you spend every month 150 rupees for that work? Very simple, right? Sometimes we just go to a coffee shop, coffee day, and take, maybe if you take cappuccino, more than that. But I'm asking you coming down to that level. So it is not a question of money at all. It's only the question of the drive and the direction. What we do not have, we are lacking in drive, we are lacking the direction. Direction we listen, clap, then forget. It's not going to happen from now on. Am I right? When you are given direction on a platform like this, you are going to remember and apply the given direction to see the change. Now, please buy every month a newspaper. Simplest one I am telling you. And then you have agreed you are going to spend 2 hours every day. Religiously, I'm using the word religiously, stick to this regime, this routine. Every day, read the newspaper, half an hour in the morning, half an hour in the afternoon, and 1 hour before you hit the bed. Is it possible? Is it possible to keep away from cell phone? You should. As I said, you need to sacrifice to come up in life. Decide the time. Take some concession. Ultimately, it is a question of life. Understand, when you become great orators, great speakers, there are going to be multiple number of avenues open in front of you. Yes or no? You are standing on the threshold, most of you who are looking for employment. Now, when you are reading the newspaper, what you should do? Try to underline each and every new word that you read. Underline each and every word that you are reading for the first time. Check the dictionary. Check the dictionary for the meaning. And whenever you read the meaning, don't leave it like that. What you should do? Underline it or round it off. Why? Whenever you flip through the pages next time, even without your knowledge, you will be glancing at the word. And don't just check the meaning. Read the entire entry, what is there for the word. That is synonyms, antonyms, other forms of the word. So, you're not just going to understand the meaning. Please do this religiously. I am telling you, see the difference. Read the meaning and all the entries under that word. Whether it is synonym, whether it is antonym, anything, try to read that. Next, try to remember the word, sentence chunks as it is, the structures. It is conveyed to you many times. Adult learners, that is called andragogy. Pedagogy is the word used for talking about the study with regard to children, how they should study. Andragogy is adult learners study. So it is said in andragogy, if adults want to learn something, that should be through emotional involvement. So for this reason, when you are going through the newspaper, any sentence structure which is useful, try to remember as it is. Read twice, read thrice, but go for reading everything in the newspaper. What I said just now, idioms, phrasal verbs, they are scattered throughout the newspaper. You will be able to remember them only by underlining. Alright, then next thing. Have some flashcards. You know flashcards? Just the size of your palm. Prepare at least every day 2 flashcards. Why should you prepare on your own? You may get that even in institutes like Time Institute and any other English speaking institute. But I am recommending you should prepare on your own. You know the reason? Because when you are writing, you will remember it for a longer time. Your mind will register the words that you are writing. We have very good visual grasping power. Do you all understand? We have very good visual grasping power. So whenever you are entering the word will be registered in your mind. So prepare flashcards having the meaning, synonyms and antonyms. Minimum 4. Keep them in your pocket, keep them in your hands purse, wherever it is. Even when you are waiting for somebody, waiting for your turn at the loo is washroom, then also you can take up. Look, boys and girls, success is what your aim, not that you are bothered about how will I look when I read here. No, that's not your concern. So every day in a flashcard, you must have how many words? Minimum 3 words. 3 into 4, 12. Along with word what I said, write down synonym. So whenever you are free, check the flashcard, take it out. I am sure all of you must be traveling at least for half an hour, 1 hour per day. Yes? Keep aside the mobile phone. Have a look, at least glimpse at it. Glimpse I'm saying. Quickly have a look and keep it aside. Keep repeating it. 1 week flashcards, keep them aside. Every day do this practice. Then again come up with a different set. Keep repeating once in a while by randomly changing. Why you should do that? Because we have something called active memory, passive memory. Whenever the words that you know, if you're not using for long period of time, those words will relegate, come down in the passive memory base. Are you getting my point? So, even after learning the word, if you do not use, those words will relegate, pass into, come down in the passive memory zone. To avoid that, every week you must go for revising whatever you have learned. Alright? This way, you are learning new words and also revising the old ones. Next, have a pocket dictionary always with you. Pocket dictionary will not cost you more than 70-80 rupees. But the advantage, you will have anywhere, any topic, good number of words to speak on. ₹500 one-time investment, work every day for 2 hours. You will be able to improve your language because the base for language is words. Language is the vehicle. For the vehicle you need fuel. What's the fuel? The words are the fuel. So do not ever compromise investing time in learning vocabulary because each word has its own vigor. One more point before I conclude. There is a lot to say, but you all know the time constraint as such. So before I conclude, it is said, each word takes birth, it grows into adulthood, grows gray. Gray means here becomes old, then it dies. What is the meaning? Meaning is new words are coined, new words become buzzwords. What do we call words frequently used? Buzzwords. So new words are coined, they become buzzwords, they acquire a lot of popularity, people go for using them frequently, then they fade. What happens? Then they grow old, they fade. They will not have the same impact after using it for a period of time. You want again new, novelty is required even in the expression. So they grow old, then they die. That is the reason etymology is important. Base word would be there. From the base word, new words are coined. Then you should try to understand the etymology whenever you are learning new words. So, this is what I could share with you all. I hope you all will keep in mind the promise that you have made to me today. Have you all made a promise? What is the promise? That you are going to become, you are striving to become, you will strive, I am not saying try. You are going to strive to become example tomorrow. You will not keep only listening to examples, yes or no? Let there be passion. Let there be passion. Yes? Try to become example, dear all. There is so much life ahead of you. When at this age we feel we can do something new every time, Why not you all? So please bring in that passion. We are sure to benefit.
వా థ్యాంక్ యూ మ్యామ్. టీచర్ అంటే టీచర్ అనిపించుకుంది, కరెక్ట్ 1 hour క్లోజ్ చేసింది. యూ హ్యావ్ టేకెన్ బీకే రెడ్డి టైమ్ ఆల్సో. సర్ ఈస్ వెయిటింగ్ సిన్స్ మార్నింగ్. Sir, Sandhya Tiwari ji, may I request building blocks and walkathon JCs. Let's felicitate Dr. Sandhya Tiwari ji. Ma'am, not sorry, you wasted time. Thank you, ma'am. Wonderful, so nice of you. And we would like to, we are feeling very happy. 100% English class.
The number is 9951 929 199. And happy to announce very soon I would like to have my own soft skills training center as well.
Oh, very good, very good, very good, very good.
But you should be prepared to listen to this kind of a ununderstandable language for some days. Thank you.
ఇక్కడ
DRST M DR for doctor STM 96@gmail.com.
ఓకే.
DRSTM 96@gmail.com.
Okay.
Thank you once again for bearing me even if you
వెరీ
couldn't
ఏం లేదండి,
understand.
బాగుంది, ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్, వెరీ గుడ్. ఇంట్రెస్టింగే కదా సౌండ్. వెరీ గుడ్, సో నైస్ ఆఫ్ యూ. అండ్ ఐఎమ్ వెరీ వెరీ హ్యాపీ. డాక్టర్ సంధ్యా తివారీ గారు is the first program in Impact. It is first program in Impact.